Yo, hey, what's up, CBCs? I want to go ahead and do a quick video on this comic book that you see right here in front of you. It's the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 5. The reason why I want to do a video on this comic book, guys, is because the Amazing Spider-Man movie is going to be coming out pretty soon. And this comic book has a somewhat relation towards that movie. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you know that this new movie has a story tied into it where Peter Parker is trying to find who his parents were and how they died. Now, in this comic book, it actually talks about that, who Peter's parents were and how they died, and so forth. Now, we all know that most comic book movies, they don't really tend to go with comic book storylines. They usually take bits and pieces of comic books and they mash it all into one movie. Hopefully it's a good movie, but sometimes it can be shitty, right? So in this new Spider-Man movie, I'm pretty sure they're going to be taking little bits and pieces out of this comic book here, and I want to just give you guys a heads up to know or to realize that yes, there was actually a comic book about Peter's parents and how they died. Now, beginning, guys, before I start off with a quick synopsis, I want to go ahead and just give you a little bit of information about the comic book. It did come out in November 1968, and I believe it is 42 or 48 pages. When I was reading it, I forgot to count how many pages. It's a king-size annual comic book, so it's more than your average 32 pages. Okay, and it is only one story in there with a few little inserts at the very end, which are pretty cool. Now, the comic book, the story, or at least the title, is named The Parents of Peter Parker. Pretty cool. And the cover art, oh man, I wish this camera can do proper justice on this cover. It was done by John Romita, and it's awesome. It is really, really cool. It's basically a spiral with all of the characters that are in Spider-Man's life. And the very beginning there, of course, is his parents kind of as a white silhouette there you see in there. And in the bottom, I'm not quite sure the camera can pick up, it does say, at long last, the parents of Peter Parker. Okay. Now, the writer, of course, was Stan Lee, penciler Larry Lieber, and two inkers, Mike Esposito and Mikey DeMio. Cover artist, of course, was John Romita, and the editor-in-chief was Stan Lee again. Now, really quick, guys, I was going to show you some of the pages, some of the artwork, but the main cover, being the fact that it's a thick comic book, it has, you know, your type of binding. And the cover, it's not really solid on the first page. Because normally there used to be glue, like right here on the front page, there used to be glue all the way down. So this way the cover page won't just flap open and, you know, cause the binding to start to rip. However, this one, like I said, it's not, you can see the glue, it came undone, and it's, you know, I don't want to pull it and bend it and ruin the artwork or even the pages inside, so I do apologize, guys. But I want to go ahead and give a quick synopsis on the story. In the beginning, the first thing that starts off, Peter, he's in Algeria. He's basically looking for evidence regarding his parents. He ends up getting jumped by a couple gang members, or at least thugs, and we all know Spider-Man wins. However, during the battle, Spider-Man falls into a river, and I guess he bumps his head somewhat. He kind of stumbles out of the river and just faints and falls asleep. While in this trance, or this kind of just unconsciousness, he starts to remember the day prior to traveling to Algeria. He was with Aunt May. He was helping Aunt May move stuff around in the attic when he accidentally breaks open a storage trunk filled with photos and other items belonging to his parents. Among those items, there was a newspaper clipping that identifies that his parents were traitors in their country. Mortified, Peter questions his Aunt May, who tells him of his parents and the last time they saw them alive, and how she and his Uncle Ben adopted Peter when his parents were killed. Here's a couple snapshots I found on Google. Unable to shake the idea from his mind, Peter decides to learn the full story, and so as Spider-Man, he seeks the Fantastic Four's aid in helping him travel to Algeria, where basically his parents died. There he learns that his parents were supposedly spies who worked for the Red Skull, and he came across their ID badges for the Skull's organization. Spider-Man also stumbles upon the Red Skull, who's in the country basically to plot a new world takeover with his gang or his army, whoever is there with him. Spider-Man clashes with the Skull and his men, and he eventually learns from one of the Red Skull's men that Richard and Mary Parker, his mom and dad, were murdered by the Red Skull when they refused to do his bidding. Believing his parents died as heroes, he goes after the Red Skull once more and defeats him in battle. In the aftermath, he finds his father's Red Skull ID card. It was cracked, I guess, during the fight somehow, and he finds his mom or his dad's CIA identification card underneath the Red Skull card, proving to Peter that his parents were secret government operatives. With evidence to clear his parents' name, Peter returns to the United States, happy to know that in reality his parents died serving their country instead of betraying it. Really cool storyline, guys. I really, really liked it. So again, I do apologize that I really couldn't give you, the whole full page artwork, only because I tried it, guys. Believe me, I tried it. The angle just didn't look right. I had to, hold the pages, and the camera was wiggling. It looked really tacky. I'm sorry. So this is pretty much a really good comic book, guys, and I really recommend picking it up, or at least taking a look at it on Marvel.com. You can probably download it. I think it's like maybe a couple bucks. You can download it onto a digital device. But it's a really cool, guys. Check it out before the movie if you want. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. Let me know. But thanks for watching, and peace.